Guys, I am here to teach 10th mathematics so that it will be very helpful in scoring a good grade in your public examination. So, let us start a new topic which is most important one and a very new topic to the 10th batch, 10th class. So, what I teach now is trigonometry. So, please follow this regularly so that you can easily understand this topic, trigonometry. So this is one of the most important chapter. So in this chapter we are going to deal with a triangle, and remember the triangle is a right angled triangle. Okay, so it is a right angled triangle. So right angled triangle is nothing but one of the angle in it must be 90 degrees. Okay, I'll name this. See how I name it. So these are the vertices. So vertices are given with capital letters. So what I do is I'll name it as ABC, or you can name it as PQR or XYZ. Any of the naming can be done according to your convenient. Okay, and so remember this. The vertices are given with capital letters and the sides are denoted with small letters. These vertices can be given any letter according to your convenient, but the sides cannot be taken the same property. Okay, so we need to place small a, small b, small c because we consider the vertices as a, b, c. So we should place this a in any of the side. So where we place it here. Why here means the small a must be exactly opposite to the vertex a. So we need to place b here because the side opposite to vertex b is this, and we need to place small c here because this is exactly opposite to vertex c. Okay, remember this. These sides cannot be kept wherever you want. Okay, so let us quickly learn the properties of this right angle triangle. Okay, so if the sum of all these angles we get 180 degrees, that means angle A plus angle B plus angle C equal to 180 degrees. What is angle B here? It is 90 degrees. Angle A plus 90 degrees plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees. Angle A plus angle C is equal to 180 degrees minus 90 degrees. So it is 90 degrees. So if we sum up the remaining angles in the right angle triangle, it will be equal to 90 degrees. Okay. So if we assume angle A is theta, then angle C is equal to 90 minus theta. So clearly you can observe if we add these two, we are going to get 90 degrees. So remember this theta. So I usually represent any angle with theta. Okay, any angle with theta, or you can use alpha or beta according to your convenient. Most of them will follow this theta. Okay, so if this angle A is theta, and it will be 90 minus theta. So this is most important, one of the important property. So another important property of this right angle triangle is it is Pythagoras theorem. I think most of you will be familiar regarding this topic, Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so according to this theorem, in any right angle triangle ABC, remember this is only applicable to right angle triangle, not any other triangle. So if we consider right angle triangle ABC, then it is square of the hypotenuse, that means AC square. So the hypotenuse is AC and these are the remaining two sides, is equal to AB square plus BC square. See, I'll explain it. So if we square the hypotenuse, it will be always equal to sum of squares of the remaining two sides. Okay, got it? So what does AC mean? AC means it is small b. B square is equal to AB. What is AB here? Small c. Small c square plus what is BC? A square. Okay, so this is most important. We use regularly in this chapter, trigonometry. So B square is equal to C square plus A square. Okay, so let us quickly write this trigonometric ratios. Okay, I'll explain what it means, trigonometric ratios. So let us write the possible ratios. So what does a ratio mean? A ratio is nothing but division of two quantities. So the quantity here is sides. Okay, we are going to take the ratio of the sides. So the available sides are small a, small b, small c. Okay, let us write all the possible ratios. Okay, so consider this. Opposite side 2. So to which angle? So I'll write is with respect to theta I'll write. So if we consider with respect to theta, so if we write with respect to theta, then the opposite side to theta must be A. So I'll write with respect to theta. So I am writing here with theta. So if I write with respect to 90 minus theta, then I must place here 90 minus theta. Okay, got it? So opposite side to theta by hypotenuse. I am writing all the possible ratios. So in that one of the ratio is opposite side to theta by hypotenuse. Okay, what is opposite side to theta? Opposite side to theta is BC by hypotenuse is AC. Okay, what is BC? BC is nothing but small a by AC is nothing but small b. Okay, I'm going to write the other possible ratios. So also we can write adjacent side to, again because I'm writing with respect to theta, I only write here theta. If I write with respect to 90 minus theta, then I'm going to write here 90 minus theta. Okay, so adjacent side to theta by hypotenuse. Okay, adjacent side to theta is nothing but, you can clearly see from the triangle, adjacent side to theta is this side AB, it is AB by the hypotenuse remains same AC. What is AB here? Small c by what is AC? AC is small b. Okay, I am going to write other possible ratio. It is opposite side to theta by adjacent side to theta. Okay, opposite side to theta. What is this opposite side to theta? Opposite side to theta is BC by what is the adjacent side to theta? Adjacent side to theta is AB, so it is AB, which is equal to what is BC? Small a by what is AB? Small c. Okay, got it. So these are the possible ratios. A few more are there. I'm going to write it back side. Okay, so we have this. I'm going to draw once more this triangle ABC, a right angle triangle, and the sides are A, B and C. So this is theta and this is 90 minus theta and this is 90 degrees. Okay, now I'm going to write one more possible ratio. So it is hypotenuse by opposite side to theta. What is opposite side to theta? Opposite side to theta is BC. So BC. What is hypotenuse? It is AC. Okay, got it? Other possible ratio. Hypotenuse by adjacent side to theta. What is hypotenuse? AC by adjacent side to theta is AB. What is AC here? AC is nothing but small b, because it is hypotenuse. AC is small b. What is AB? AB is small c. Okay. What is AC here? What is AC? It is hypotenuse small b and BC is small a. Okay, got it? Next. The other and last possible trigonometric ratio is adjacent side to theta by opposite side to theta. Opposite side to theta. The adjacent side to theta is AB by opposite side to theta. Opposite side to theta is BC. Okay. What is AB here? AB is small c and BC is small a. Okay. So I only wrote all the possible ratios. Okay. Now I am going to predefine this. That means if I found anywhere this ratio opposite side to theta by hypotenuse, I am going to write it as sin theta. Sin theta. Okay. Remember this. Sin theta is nothing but opposite side to theta by hypotenuse. Okay. So remember, if you write only sin, it has no meaning. So you need to write sin along with this angle, whatever angle is here. So if it is some 90 minus theta, then you need to write sin 90 minus theta. So because I wrote here theta, I am writing here 90 minus, because I am writing here theta, I wrote here theta. If it is 90 minus theta, then it will be 90 minus theta. Okay, remember only sin has no meaning. So you need to write sin and you need to write what the angle is. Okay, so this is the correct representation. Okay, so if I find anywhere this ratio adjacent side to theta by hypotenuse, I can replace it with cos theta. Okay, because the angle here is theta, I am writing here theta. If it is 90 minus theta, again I am going to write here 90 minus theta. Okay, got it? Okay, cos theta. So cos theta is nothing but adjacent side to theta by hypotenuse. Guys, remember these ratios. Sin theta is equal to opposite side to theta by hypotenuse. Cos theta equal to adjacent side to theta by hypotenuse. Okay, remember this. Okay. So if I find anywhere opposite side to theta by adjacent side to theta, then I am going to replace it with tan theta. Okay, I am going to replace it with tan theta. So tan theta is nothing but opposite side to theta by adjacent side to theta. Okay. And see here. So hypotenuse by opposite side to theta. So see this here. It is exactly reciprocal for this. So reciprocal for sin theta. So I need to reciprocal this. So it is 1 by sin theta. So it is 1 by sin theta. Similarly, this is the reciprocal of cos theta. So it will be 1 by cos theta. Also, this is the reciprocal of tan theta. So it is 1 by tan theta. Okay. So I am going to simplify this. So if I write 1 by sin theta anywhere while doing problem, for my convenient I'll take it as cosecant theta. So it is simply cosec theta. Okay. So it is 1 by sin theta is cosecant theta. The reciprocal of sin theta is nothing but cosecant theta. Similarly, the reciprocal of cos theta, I'll take it as secant theta. Okay. And the reciprocal of tan theta is cot theta. Okay. So I'm going to quickly write the reciprocals here. So if it is 1 by sin theta, then it is cosecant theta. If it is 1 by cos theta, it is secant theta. If it is 1 by tan theta, then it is cot theta. Okay. Remember this, guys. Remember, very important. Okay. If I find anywhere opposite side to theta by hypotenuse, then I'll replace it with sin theta. Similarly, the following ratios will follow. Okay, so this is the most important. See, this sine itself has no meaning. Okay, sine along with some angle will have a meaning. Okay, remember this. Thank you.